sports. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Georgia's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires it incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs, Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy, no Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Smashes through. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long. That is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. And if they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 3rd down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Best. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wide out. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying play action. Fires to the end zone. Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Power football with the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Finds a crease at the 20. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Here we go.
To the air. It's Best. Makes the grab. Makes the grab and steps into the end zone for the touchdown.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB...
And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Breaks the tackle. And he makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Makes the grab. It's dealt. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
He's got it and still on his feet. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Bulldogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Georgia.
And how about this play by the offense? 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. A first down for the offense. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They're going to test the right side with this one. Find some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Bulls his way forward. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Offense set on first down. Running back searching for a hole. Across the 25, he's got room. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's at the 10. Finds the finish line for the touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lee. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. He wants to throw here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Georgia sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, you get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Makes the grab. It's quick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. offense has a second down play. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On second down, wants to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
And you cannot blame the big boys up front. The hog mollies get a lot of the blame a lot of the time. But Mr. QB had forever to throw the football, all day to get rid of him. He didn't. He took the shot at the end. And the offensive lineman's literally hit himself to himself going, "You should have thrown the football."
No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Orlando. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what?
Touchdown, Georgia! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Georgia.
When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's quick. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll leave it with him. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation, but with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal line.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's got it. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for room. It's quick. On the move at the 30. And he breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Leaves it with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try the run. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To throw, it's Best. Zings it complete to the right. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Fast motion from the offense. Powers through the defender. Oh, what a move! And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carry.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And man, this kicker is now 0 for 3 in this game, guys. 9 points. He's cost his own team. You got to wonder what his confidence is like right now.
Looking for a crease to the left. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
48-yard line. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Brought down at the 50. Brings up third down.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Scanning the field, it's Best. On target.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Grab near the marker. It's quick.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has brought their A-game. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. Even right there, everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying to the football. This defense has looked spectacular today.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the D.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Finds his tight end, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He turns it loose to the left. And it's caught inside the 25. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. Game on the line. Offense has the ball. Down 1 score, time winding down. What is better than this? Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
2nd down.
Now the play fake. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Throws toward the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I